bunch of crap. Okay. Whereas the petition has been filed before me, alleging that there is an imminent danger that your physical and mental health or safety will be seriously impaired unless immediate action is taken, and requesting appointment of an emergency temporary guardian.
Who the hell? What the hell?
Pending a decision of this court on the petition for determination of capacity. And see, they had already petitioned the court behind your back. And had the mail getting forwarded, I guess, so you never even got a notice. Anyway, and petition for appointment of guardian, and on the court's own motion is hereby ordered that a Zoom meeting on the petition for appointment of emergency temporary guardian filed herein shall be held at the West Pasco Judicial Center on the 21st of November. And
that's already passed.
That's the one we did on the phone.
Okay.
So I just wanted to reread the allegations.
Okay.
That and Sid Bano Esquire, a member of the Florida Bar, is appointed to represent you, the alleged incapacitated person, in the above styled cause. Upon request of said counsel, all persons having or sharing custody, control, or access to the person or property of the alleged incapacitated person are directed to make such person and property, including all medical and financial records that pertain to and may affect the proper representation of the alleged incapacitated person, immediately available to said attorney for private consultation,
where the fuck are
inspection,
my
and
custodians?
They are the ones that have the guardianship. Anyway, that counsel shall be compensated, I wonder how much, for his services, which he did nothing, rendered to the ward in this manner from the assets of you. So you get to pay for it all.
Met this guy.
I know, he didn't call, he didn't write, nothing.
No, I haven't talked to him.
Or in the absence of sufficient assets from the general fund of the state of Florida. But you have sufficient assets, so I wonder how much they charged you for that. No representation. Okay. You are hereby notified that the court-appointed attorney appointed on your behalf shall represent you in the proceedings for appointment of an emergency temporary guardian, unless you request to exercise your right to be represented by counsel of your own choice. But, of course, you didn't have the time to do that because you knew nothing of this. Done and ordered on the 16th day of November. And then this just went out to everyone, like I said, but Shayla, not on there. If you are a person with a disability who needs any accommodation in order to participate in this proceeding, you are entitled, at no cost to you, to the provision of certain assistance. Please contact the Pasco County Customer Service Center, which we're going to contact after we read this, or the Pasco County Risk Management Office. At least 7 days before your scheduled court appearance, or immediately upon receiving this notification, if the time before the scheduled appearance is less than 7 days. Yeah, it definitely was. So this is what the petition says. The petitioners, aka Deborah and Sam, just gives our address and phone numbers. And it says, a petition to determine incapacity has been filed in this court with respect to Gloria Ann Robinson Hamilton, an alleged incapacitated person. But a guardian has not been appointed. So they had petitioned them previously, but they hadn't gotten any response yet. So now this is their emergency plea. Okay. Petitioners are adults interested in the welfare of the alleged incapacitated person.
Really?
What do you say to that?
Really?
Oh yeah, give me your responses to each one. So what do you say to that one? I'm taking
Really?
notes. Really? No, I mean,
Question mark,
don't.
question
No,
mark,
come
question-
on. You can't be sarcastic. This is real. So give me a real response to what they just said. And petitioners are adults. Well, they don't all act that way, but okay, this is your word. The petitioners are all adults interested in the welfare of the alleged incapacitated person. Your response to that?
Who hasn't been to see me or even called on the phone for the last at least 3 or 4 days. Have they called this week?
They called on Thanksgiving Day, and then Sam called on Monday, and then Debbie called on Tuesday. But prior to that, did they come and call you on the regular or
No.
nothing? How often would you say they came out here over the last year, 2 years, 3 years?
Not even a half a dozen.
That's I'm sorry.
Not even a half a dozen.
I'm sorry. Did they get together with you last Thanksgiving? Or you remember?
I don't remember last Thanksgiving.
That was right after your Jody died, not too long.
He died May the 8th.
Okay, so you're saying that they are not interested in your welfare, or they haven't shown interest in your welfare? I guess, is that safe to say?
Not that much. No, I don't think so. They don't bring me groceries. They don't. I don't know. They may pay my bills. I don't know who's in charge of my banking.
You are now again, but when they took charge of it, when they took your, I don't think they paid 8 bills, but maybe they did. But we'll get to that one because they're saying they've been paying your bills for years. But hold on, let's read one at a time. Okay. Okay, and then the next thing is there appears to be an imminent danger that the physical or mental health or safety of you
False statement.
will be seriously impaired.
False statement.
And that your property is in danger of being wasted, misappropriated, or lost unless immediate action is taken because because your son, Timothy Scott Robinson, unduly influenced you into signing over
Wrong.
They're saying he influenced you into signing over.
He did not.
What influenced you?
They did.
How did they do that?
Because they never came around. They never kept the property up. They never kept the repairs up on the house. They never saw that I had food. Oh, please. Get off that.
I'll just finish reading this little statement. A copy of the deed is attached. Timothy Scott Robinson also unduly influenced his mother into terminating the power of attorney, which had appointed them as co-agents.
He did nothing of the kind. He had nothing to do with that. That was all me.
What made you want to do that?
Because I was afraid of what they were going to do to me. I was afraid they were going to put my place on the market and get the money and hang on to it until they got ready to disperse it, because I have a will stating that this place is to be sold and split in 6 equal
shares.
parts.
Okay.
Shares. Yes, that's what. I have a will.
Do you want to change that will?
Huh?
Do you want to change it or leave it like it is? I'm just curious. That wasn't one of their questions. Okay, let me go back to their questions. Or not questions, their statements. Okay. Okay, and it says, okay, Okay, it said that Timothy Robinson also unduly influenced you in determining the power of attorney which had been appointed to the petitioners. He has permitted individuals with long criminal histories to reside on the homestead property. The alleged your safety will be seriously impaired if you
This
are
criminal,
released to these people.
this criminal he's talking about happens to be Daryl, which happens to be Jody's nephew through marriage. And he was a neighbor of ours, and he does have a past. Yeah, who doesn't?
Okay, number 6. You are the alleged incapacitated person whose date of birth is 10/26/34, and your residence gives the address.
I have witnesses. I am not incapacitated.
I know. It says, and the post office box. Okay, gives your just your address. Okay, 7. The nature of you. I'm not going to say that over again. The nature of. No, I better read it the way he says. The nature of the alleged incapacitated person's alleged incapacity is the proposed ward has lost most of her vision due to macular degeneration, suffers from memory loss, has incorrect recall of recent events, and undergoes extreme mood changes. Response to that?
Oh, this is bullshit. That's what I got to say about that.
No, come on, be more specific, please, ma'am. Just take them one at a time. Are you having trouble with your vision due to macular degeneration?
In one eye.
Okay. One eye. Which eye would that be?
That would be my right eye.
Okay. And suffers from memory loss.
Who doesn't?
Would you say slightly, moderate, extreme?
Some things.
Okay.
Some things. I'd rather not remember.
I understand. Has incorrect recall of recent events.
Not so.
Okay. And undergoes extreme mood changes.
Not so.
Okay, so right now.
They make my moods change.
I know, you're pretty even keeled, even with all the garbage put onto you. You do keep it. But see, sometimes your sarcasm, I think they try to use that against you when you're saying something sarcastic, and they know you don't mean it, but
I do mean it.
You mean it. They're going to try to twist that when you use that. Anyway, the proposed has been unduly influenced by her son, Timothy Scott Robinson.
Lie.
Multiple times.
He's not even around.
Well, before he went to jail, they were talking about, I'm sure. So he has.
He never tried to influence me of anything. Never.
Multiple times to execute legal documents. So they're saying that he influenced you to do legal documents that were not in your best interest and are solely for his financial benefits.
Name one.
Oh, well, I'm sure the property is what they're talking about, and the power of attorney change. But why did you do the power? Oh, because you're afraid they're gonna sell it.
I was afraid,
and they didn't come around.
Yes.
Okay.
They could. They could have just.
They're trying
so easily sold this out from under me.
Well, unfortunately, it looks like they can still do that. But the names and addresses of the next of kin of the alleged incapacitated person, they listed those. Okay, the proposed plenary emergency temporary guardian, they propose that Deborah is qualified and
really?
to act as guardian, and that she's not a professional guardian, but she can handle it, and that she is your
Really?
daughter.
Yeah, without her husband, she couldn't do anything.
Then they say
Because
that
he's already done this to his mom. He's already done this to his mom, who is dead now.
and he was successful in getting her.
He was successful in getting what he wanted. And he's influencing Debbie.
Unbelievable. And then the proposed emergency guardian, Deborah, should be appointed because she is your daughter and took care of your bills and well-being for several years prior to Timothy Scott Robinson exercising undue influence over you.
That's a lie. Lie, lie, lie. It isn't true. Scotty never influenced me to do a damn thing.
What about them paying for your bills and well-being, taking care of your bills and well-being for years?
No.
Never happened?
Not for years. After Jody died, maybe.
And when they say taking care of, what do you mean they took care of? Do you mean they paid them, or they wrote the check out and you signed it, or they signed the check for you?
I didn't sign any of them. I had automatic pay, auto pay.
So they didn't really take care of your bills, I guess.
How could they? It was auto pay.
And what about your well-being? Did they take care of you?
No,
Go grocery shopping, feed you?
Did not.
Did they
Scotty
spend time with
did
you?
all that. Scotty bought groceries. Scotty, if there was a bill that needed to be paid, he wrote it out. I signed it, and it got mailed. Scotty was here all that time, helping whatever I couldn't do.
Now, didn't Scott live here sometimes, but didn't he also live at another place with Robin in Brooksville? Did he come to take care of you then?
Yes, he
as
did.
well as when he lived here?
He and Robin both did.
Did Robin help do anything negative to you? Because I guess they're trying to keep her out of your life.
No, she did not.
Okay.
Neither did Scotty.
Okay. Number 12. The proposed emergency guardian, Sam, whose residence is, the address, and she's to act as guardian, is a professional, or is not a professional guardian, but the relationship, she's your daughter. The proposed, aka Sam, should be appointed. This is why she should be appointed, because she is the daughter of you and took care of your bills and your well-being for several years prior to Timothy Scott Robinson unduly influencing you.
Wrong. This is wrong. Samantha has mental issues herself.
Oh, and she has worked in the legal field since 1984.
Oh, big deal.
Well,
she started in high school. She was a runner.
Yeah, I guess she's learned some tricks of the trade to take advantage of. Sorry, not to put my opinion, but I've seen too much.
Okay.
I've seen too much. I've been with you almost every day for 2 weeks. We've cooked 3. We've done at least 3 meals a day. Sometimes 4. We've been eating well, haven't we?
We eat when we want to.